start whenever I want to. I think women are secretly into PDA, and that is public display of affection. I think spontaneity is what really gets women off. So anytime they can have sex in a public place or have sex in a place where people know that they are having sex, I think that excites them. I think, you know, maybe in the car, in the drive-in, maybe in a bathroom, in a gas station, you know, maybe in a classroom that's not occupied, anywhere where there might be a possibility of them getting caught, I think that is women's sexual fantasy.
Okay, I think a sexual fantasy of the opposite sex would be just to have a whole bunch of females running around butt naked, because I mean that's what they like. So.
Woman's fantasy is to be blindfolded with hot oil all over their body, softly caress and rub, blow a little air, a little hot air in the ear or whatnot, you know, all around the nipple to get it hard or whatnot, but you know, candles lit, rose petals on the bed, you know what I mean? I think that's a fantasy women like.
I think that the sexual fantasy of the opposite sex is to have sexual intercourse with about 4 females, and I think this because I ask it, and that's what the answer that I usually get.
What I find that women seek more so than guys is the menage a trois.
Okay, I think a man wants a female that likes females.
Yes.
And isn't afraid to do anything. Likes to bang all the time. And isn't afraid to get done in her butt. And someone who sucks wang. That's nice. That's always a plus. And
well, I would have to agree with her. Definitely freaky. Definitely bisexual, or liking some type of female. Guys love that for some strange reason. And just down for anything, basically. That's what men like. So, yeah, that's about it.
So what do I think the sexual fantasy is of a young woman and why? An abundance of candles, maybe a bubble bath beforehand. Everything should be done slow and sultry. I think the tendency of a man is to do, you know, rough and fast and get right at it. I think most women want to be, you know, take their time and make love, not fucking or having sex.
Well, I think that is part of the fantasy, but I do think girls do want it rough. They want to have an adventure. I think they want to try new things. That's the part of sex that's fun and enjoyable. So, I mean, if you just step outside of your comfort zone and maybe try something new, I think that's a fantasy, you know, more than anything. I mean, just off rip, I'll probably say having sex on the beach, sex in the woods. That's fun. I mean, saying
between classes. I agree with my man Marcus. I believe girls want the done all the time. She's not in her head. She agrees. That's what I'm saying.
Not the done.
I think the sexual fantasy of a girl is my man driving the car on the freeway, her hanging out the window. You know, I think that's exciting while everybody see her facial expression. That's what I want anyway, though. I mean, you know, legs up, naked, and on the freeway on what? 285 West, going to the mall or whatever. You know, just in broad daylight with the police next to us. There you go.
I think a man's ultimate sexual fantasy is for a girl to allow him to ski and they're all over her body. That's what I think an ultimate fantasy is. Is the sexual fantasy of the opposite sex about?
I think sexual fantasy of a male would probably be 2 women, or probably more than 2 women. I don't know why. This is what they do. It is nasty. Like, nobody knows why they like 2 girls doing the bed. I already don't know why. I wouldn't do it, but that's just their fantasy.
I would have to agree that a threesome with another female, or just a threesome period, they just nasty like that. I don't get it, but I don't know. They like extra people. No. I don't know.
Real basic.
Lingerie is clean.
We want you.
So I just say the question and then.
You don't have to say the question, just say the answer. I mean, you can say like, well, I think so, sexual fantasy. I just say. Ready? Call it when you're ready.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think that the girl's fantasy is to be her fantasy is to.
1, 2, 3.
I believe that a girl's fantasy is to kiss softly, like on her neck and her ear, to have to breathe like head in her ear, say the name. Not to be rough, but just be rough or soft, but like a mixture of both, like slow it up and then speed it up, go deep, and then more than one round.
Sexual fantasy that I've heard a lot of females talking about is having sex in the rain.
Well, I think that a sexual fantasy that most guys like is to have sex with 2 lesbians at the same time.
I think a sexual fantasy for females is when you eat that thing with ice. They like that a lot. When you eat that thing with ice. He said, I think it's sexual. When you eat that thing with ice though?
Oh, is it?